Hello everyone, I'm Dina Graham, a breast medical oncologist at Hackensack Meridian Health. Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of this wonderful event. On behalf of Hackensack Meridian Health, a few updates on our breast cancer research. We've been looking at new treatments, exciting treatments for patients with all different forms of breast cancer, including triple-negative breast cancer and HER2-positive breast cancer. We've been able to develop personalized therapies so that we give patients the most appropriate therapy with the least amount of side effects, with the best outcomes. We've also been looking at breast cancer survivorship and how patients can deal with thinking and cognition and depression after a breast cancer diagnosis. So thank you again. There's lots of great things coming up. Be well.
When life is turned inside out, you double down on what you do best. When the world is on lockdown, you dig deep into the science to create critical diagnostic tests in the space of weeks, not years. When hospitals struggle to add intensive care units and thousands of beds, you find a way to provide the equipment and devices they need to care for patients. When supply chains are stretched to the breaking point, you go to the well. You call on your people and partnerships to get the essential technologies of diagnosis, treatment, and discovery to the labs, the hospitals, and the workers who are saving lives. And when questions exceed answers, you do all that you can to help researchers advance our understanding of the immune response. And you do it all because you know the hazards and burdens people face, with older parents, younger children, and round-the-clock worries. It's why long before COVID-19, we helped wage battles against polio, tuberculosis, and HIV. It's why we're in this fight right now, and why long after, we will keep doing our part in support of human health. It's what we do. It's our entire reason for being.
2020, a year of profound uncertainty. For the global health community, the stakes could not have been higher, nor the challenges greater. Through it all, Johnson & Johnson remained focused on fulfilling our purpose and made progress toward our public goals and commitments. In response to COVID-19, our company mobilized quickly and developed a single-shot vaccine in just over a year. We also continued our work to make HIV history, to combat tuberculosis and neglected tropical diseases like intestinal worms, while increasing access to mental health treatment for patients in need around the world. When community health workers needed us most, we increased our commitment. In collaboration with the Johnson & Johnson Foundation, we are providing $250 million to help reach 100 million patients and expand equitable access to healthcare. And we strengthened our commitment to advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion for our people and across every dimension of our business. All this while sourcing more than 50% renewable electricity in our global operations, because healthy people deserve a healthy planet. None of these things could be accomplished without the ingenuity and resilience of our 136,000 global employees. We're proud of what we've accomplished and know we can do more, which is why we have set 21 ambitious new Health for Humanity goals. We'll continue responding to pandemics, eradicating global health inequities, investing in our people, working with our partners, and protecting our planet. It's hard to predict what new health challenges await us, but we will tackle each of them with steadfast commitment to advancing our global mission of better health for all.
I'm the director of the Cancer Center, designated by the National Cancer Institute.
We are here to make an important distinction.
There are cancer centers.
And there are NCI-designated cancer centers.
Recognized for world-class research
and positive impact on their communities.
No single person is going to cure cancer.
It'll take a team effort.
That's what an NCI-designated cancer center is all about. In New Jersey, there's only one, Rutgers Cancer Institute in New Jersey, together with RWJ Barnabas Health.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, one of your ShopRite dietitians. Your locally owned ShopRite is happy to sponsor this year's Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk, and we're proud to join you in your fight for a cure. When exercising, it's important to stay properly hydrated. Drinking enough water can prevent dehydration and keep you safe and hydrated during your More Than Pink Walk. Here's a few ways I try to keep my water a little more interesting. Freeze fruits like pineapple or melon to use as ice cubes. Use flavored seltzer to make a perfect mocktail. You can even add fresh herbs from the garden. And remember, you can always eat your water with hydrating fruits and veggies.
It's finally here, guys, the Komen More Than Pink Walk in your community. We unite with one mission: to end breast cancer. And I am so thrilled to be part of this very important day to bring hope to the nearly 300,000 people who will be diagnosed this year across the country. As some of you may know, I actually had my own experience with breast cancer. When I finally came through it, I got 4 words. I got, "You can't scare me." Those are very important words in my life, and I feel incredibly fortunate to be with you today. And while I was able to access the care I needed, there are so many other people who are not that fortunate. It is so crucial that we come together to address barriers and disparities wherever they exist, whether they're economic, racial, or relating to emotional health. I join with you to tell you my story and help fund this very important work, and it truly matters. The more we share, the more lives we change. Today, no matter where you are, you can connect with every step of our one community by posting your photos on social media. Use the hashtag #OneKomen. Thank you so much for your committed efforts, and I look forward to sharing a future with you where no one ever has to hear the words, "You have breast cancer."
Happy Event Day, everyone. I'm Candace, your host for the Susan G. Komen opening ceremony, Live from Home edition. Today's a beautiful day for a power-packed race walk, a day to come together as one to rally around our mission of ending breast cancer.
No matter the elements. We know nothing would stop this community from getting out there and making a difference.
My co-host, everyone.
I'm your co-host, Katie. We're so glad you're here.
Also, Katie, I thought we were going with the other shirt. Now I feel underdressed.
I know, but the truth is yesterday was One Friday Fun Day, and I just couldn't decide between that outfit or today's.
So you went with both?
Yeah, I went with both.
Is that vintage Komen?
It sure is, but don't worry because I brought you one. It's right here in the bag.
Here?
Yep.
I love it. How cute is this? Is this my prize for completing my Power of One bingo card?
It sure is. Let's see in the chat who else has completed their cards this week. Candace, can I get some love on my victory selfie?
On it. Wow, look at all the tagged photos from Power of One week. I've been checking out the One community photo gallery online almost every day now, and I still can't get enough.
I know, right? If you haven't checked it out yet, you can go to komen.org/photos and scroll through the different hashtags and you'll be able to narrow it down.
And don't stop sharing your pics. For everyone posting from the finish line or cheering from the sidelines, the hashtags are on the screen now. Katie?
You get a vintage tee, you get a vintage tee, but they're only yours for the day. Those are collector's items, you can't get them anywhere.
Oh, you're so sweet, Katie.
I'm always here for the One community. I've been collecting these shirts since I started participating in the Komen Walks, and I keep them to remind me of all the survivors and co-survivors that I've met along the way.
That's what's so amazing about how active this One community has been leading up to Event Day. We came together taking action every day to fund one mission of ending breast cancer. And now, on Event Day, we're coming together as one, yet again.
We know you all shared your stories during My One Tuesday, but keep sharing them. These are the stories that keep us fighting every day.
And to thank you for contributing to the Komen mission, we have a few people who want to share some words of inspiration and gratitude for your fundraising efforts before you get out there. Welcome to the Mission Minute, and hello to our guests who are joining us before heading out for their own race or walk today to discuss the impact of breast cancer research, care, community, and action.
Thank you, Candace and Katie, and all of our panelists and our walkers and our fundraisers and our wonderful sponsors. I'm Paula Schneider. I'm the CEO of Susan G. Komen. Not only am I a breast cancer survivor and a mother of 2 adult girls, but I lost my mom to metastatic breast cancer. And I have to say how grateful and honored I am to be here today. The work this One community does inspires me every single day. You're the reason we continue to get one step closer to realizing our vision of a world without breast cancer. Now, I'm excited to hear more from each of our panelists who represent in their own way the 4 pillars of our One mission.
My name is Donald McDonald, and I'm a breast cancer researcher. I'm walking today and working every day in the lab to make the hope of a world without breast cancer a reality. In my lab, my colleagues and I are focusing on why some breast cancers come back or recur and why they spread to other parts of the body. But when they do, we want to find cures for these cancers. Thanks to the work of Komen in funding through events like today, we are able to give those living with metastatic breast cancer the hope of new discoveries that will result in new, more effective treatments that will be available when they need it.
Hi, I'm Fianni Jackson, and I work at Susan G. Komen as a breast cancer patient navigator. It is my job to help navigate people through the complicated healthcare system and to make sure that they have all the support that they need to stay in the continuum of their care. I walk for all the women and men I serve and help every day to make sense of their disease and to make sure that they get the care they need throughout their personal breast cancer journey.
My name is Roxana Guerra, and I'm living with metastatic breast cancer. And I walk for myself, my son. He was 6 years old when I was first diagnosed. And he's been my strength and my motivation to be fighting every single day.
My name is Nicole D. Surrett, and I'm a Komen advocate and ambassador. I walk to educate lawmakers and legislators about issues that impact cancer care. I want to make sure that our one voice is heard loud and clear.
It's hard to deny the impact we're having based on what everyone has had to share so far. And yeah, we often talk a lot about the numbers, such as how many research projects and clinical trials that your fundraising makes possible, or the number of resources we have available to people facing breast cancer today, or how many pieces of legislation we've been able to push across the finish line and see become law. And all of that is true and very important. But what I want our racers and walkers to realize today is that Komen is able to ensure that no one faces breast cancer alone. You have continued to walk every year. You and the Komen community have fundraised and donated upwards of $3 billion since our founding nearly 4 decades ago. So when you're out there rallying with your community today, I want you to think about the incredible impact each and every one of you have made for our families, the mothers, the sisters, the best friends, and the men who have been touched by breast cancer. Remember that you, as one person, are contributing to the one community that is going to save lives today and for years to come. One more step walked means a difference. One more story shared creates impact. One more dollar raised truly counts.
I could not agree more. Congratulations to all of you. Let's hear it one more time in the chat. And thank you again to our national sponsors, Bank of America and Walgreens, as well as our local sponsors. You're just as much a part of this one community as anyone else. It's your stories that bring us together and your stories that push us to take one step further for those living with breast cancer. And speaking of those who inspire us most, don't forget to tune in into the One Audio Experience, where we have a bunch more impactful and empowering stories for you to listen to while you're walking or whenever you need a healthy dose of inspiration.
Trust me, I've already listened to a few stories and the inspiration is real. You can find the link in your pre-event email and you can listen to it on any podcast streaming platform. And on top of the audio experience, your community has a handful of amazing engagements planned to help you create the best one community moments this year. So be sure to check off all of the activities on your list, which you should have also received in your pre-event email. We suggest you print it or download it to your phone to keep it handy as you make your way through all of the exciting activities.
And don't forget to post your final finish line moment, which you'll find as a separate link in your pre-event email and as the final item in your activity list. You have one more month from today to keep up the fundraising. Let's make the next 4 weeks of fundraising and the rest of 2021 count. Now we know you all want to get out there and walk, and we do too. Katie's been stretching for the past 5 minutes. So have fun today, stay hydrated, and remember that each of us makes a difference when we come together as one.
My name's Lindsay Mclaughlin, and when I was 28, I was diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma breast cancer.
I'm Sheila, and I'm a survivor. I fought for this country, and I fought breast cancer.
I'm Antoinette, and I am a survivor.
Good morning. My name is Melissa, and I am part of the Komen Leadership Council. Thank you for joining us this morning and tuning in from your home, your neighborhood, or wherever you are to come together as one community for the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk, where every step we take individually has the collective power to save lives and brings us closer to a world without breast cancer. As you heard in our event day kickoff video from Komen CEO Paula Schneider, the actions we take, big or small, individually or collectively, are things that Susan G. Komen does here in New Jersey from coast to coast and from coast to coast. We are bold, we are fearless, and we are dedicated to research, care, community, and action. And by joining forces together, you, as members of one community, have a real impact. Thank you for being part of our one community. The impact you're making with your fundraising is undeniable. Your actions are providing funds for crucial, groundbreaking research while ensuring that no one experiences barriers to care. Thank you for everything that you've done and that you're going to continue to do. I hope you have a fantastic walk day today. Don't forget, post those photos, share your experience with the community, our community, and use the hashtag #OneComen or hashtag #MoreThanPink. The More Than Pink Walk brings the one community together, even when we're apart, to recognize and be inspired by those who have been diagnosed with breast cancer and are living with this disease. Those of our loved ones and friends, and the reason most of us are here today to support them and raise critical dollars so no one must face breast cancer in the future. And because each of our actions count, and every cancer story has the power to inspire, we would like to now share a special story with you today.
Hi, I'm Beth Pareca, and I'm a metastatic inflammatory breast cancer survivor and thriver. I believe in the mission and the vision of Susan G. Komen, and I'm proud to walk and to raise money for the organization as well as act as a Susan G. Komen advocacy advocate. I walk with Komen because their resources and programs have helped me at every stage of my journey, whether it's education, support groups, programs, outreach, or research support.
Thank you, Beth, for sharing your story. Her story is only one of hundreds of stories that make up the breast cancer community. While we celebrate those who have survived and support and motivate those who are in the midst of their treatment, we recognize how far we've come in the fight against breast cancer, but also recognize how far we still have to go. We are still losing friends and loved ones to this terrible disease, which means we need to keep fundraising. So don't forget that you can still raise essential dollars until November 3rd. In these moments of action and commitment, that together we can change the course of this disease, today and for future generations. Speaking of commitment, Susan G. Komen receives tremendous support from our generous family of sponsors. I want to give a special shout out to our national presenting sponsor, Bank of America, and national series sponsor, Walgreens, who support our One Communities and More Than Pink Walks across the country. Thank you to our top sponsors, Hackensack Meridian Health, AbbVie, BD, Johnson & Johnson, RWJ Barnabas Health, and Rutgers Cancer Institute in Jersey, and ShopRite. Thank you so much to all our sponsors. You'll see their names and logos across the screen. And of course, this awesome event would not be possible without the leadership and dedication of our event committee and volunteers, who represent the heart of what we do.
We know it takes determination, love, support, and science to fight breast cancer. And it takes money. And that's why we're so thankful to all of you who have raised funds that are essential to helping Komen support people in our one community and in every community, every single day. I am beyond proud to announce that so far, this community has raised, wait for it, $600,000. This is amazing and would not have been possible without each one of you. That's right, making that commitment to fundraise for a world without breast cancer.
We want to recognize some of you who took commitment to the cause one step further and pushed to raise $1 more, and it shows. It's my pleasure to recognize our top fundraising teams and individuals. Thank you so much to Melissa Serde, Nancy Dango, Arlene Atkin, Peggy Forma, Mary Pulaski, and Suzanne Fonseca. And our top teams, Johnson & Johnson, Hope Has No Boundaries, Lois's Breast Friends, BD, and the Bosom Buddies of Cranford.
So thank you for joining us this morning and coming together for the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk. Now, throughout today's event, share your stories. Share the stories of those that you love that have been impacted by breast cancer and why you're personally committed to this cause. As I stated in the beginning, and I'm going to state it again, we are bold, we are fearless, and we are dedicated to research, care, community, and action. And by joining forces together as one members of our one community, we're making an impact. Are you ready? Remember, let's fill today with our commitment as one to create a better tomorrow. Let's give support and hope to our neighbors in need. And let's show that we are a passionate community of action. New Jersey, let's start the 2021 Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk. Have a wonderful day.